How's everybody doing? We've made a little leeway here on Simple Mans 359. I was hoping to have it done before we go on vacation, but it's just not going to happen. Just have to finish it up when we come back. Not that big of a deal anyways, not in no big rush on it, but I was hoping to have it ready before we go. But, oh well, it is what it is. I've just been busy doing a lot of other things, and I'm lucky to be as far as I am. We've got the new crank and the bearings and seals in the cases. They're piston temporarily mounted on, everything cleaned up, and those cases cleaned up super nice. If you guys will remember the video where we were cleaning them up. About to check Squish, said well hell, may as well fire the camera up and take you guys along. I'm going to try to get some videos uploaded here in the next couple of days, and maybe schedule some to come up while we're gone. Gonna go down south for about a week, really far down south, further than I am. And that Squish is gonna be pretty daggone good, to be honest with you. It's usually not best to check it straight in with no rings. We'll just put it here right above the wrist pin and give it a spin. See, it's just a touch tighter there. If you don't have rings on the piston, it's always best just to check right over top of the wrist pin. I don't know how that's going to pick up. She's matched pretty daggone thin. I'm going to say somewhere between 20 and 25 thou. Maybe even tighter. We'll take anything over 17 and less than 30. You usually get a pretty decent saw in that area. We know compression king, but we have 19 and some change, guys. I don't know if it'll pick up. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. 19 out on the very tip. If I move back, it goes to 20, but we'll call it 19 thou. It's always best just to call it your tightest number, and if you couldn't see that, I do apologize, or if it moved, I do apologize, but you can take my word for it, and those of you that have done it could see how tight it was moving it. We'll take it. That's pretty good. He's wanting this saw fairly warm, which means I can use my fairly warm numbers on it if I want to. I've got a set of numbers that I'll use all the way up to about 30 thousandths, and they seem to work on about every warm or hot, whatever you want to call it, build that I've done, depending on what the saw is. Obviously there's some that you know, you can't go as far in certain areas as others. Some saws like more blow down than others. It just one of them things. It's just part of the equation. What I'll do next is get my degree wheel out, get it set up on this thing, get some timing numbers, figure out where we're at, come up with the game plan. I will tell you that when I put the flywheel on, I went ahead and done a timing advance. There was a lot of slop in the flywheel. Either somebody had done one already, or there was just that much slop from the get-go, but it's advanced pretty good. I'll bring you guys back once I've got some timing numbers and we figure out what we're going to do here. Alright guys, we've got our numbers. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go just yet, but if I know Morgan, he's going to want this thing to be pretty dang sporty, as he would say. We're pretty hot. Right now it would be a freaking torque monster. You know, it'd be what a lot of guys would like. You could put a big old long bar and aggressive chain on it. It'd pull it just fine. It just wouldn't be very fast. Where we're at, 19 on the Squish, it, you know, on some change, we just called it 19. It was tight of spot. 107 on the exhaust. Take note, that's without a base gasket. 124 on the transfers, and 74 on the intake. Honestly, with the base gasket in, we probably would have been looking at maybe 105, 122, and 73 for stock right out of the box. You know, of course we'd had 40,000 squish, but those numbers ain't half bad. It's been pretty zippy. Been a good, you know, I'm sure this is a good strong running saw in stock form. You know, base gasket delete and a muffler mod. Looking at the muffler on this thing, just a muffler mod, would have probably just woke it up tremendously. We'll just say there's a lot of baffle in that thing, and what it's breathing through is about laughable. I'm gonna have a whole evening just here on the muffler figuring out what to do with that. I know Doug had watched the muffler, and I'd actually watched his video where he heated it up, looked like, and took it apart. I don't know that I'm gonna do that. We may figure something else out on that, but we'll just have to see. That'll be an evening job on its own, doing the muffler itself. But I'm not 100% sure how I want to go on the numbers. The squish is tight enough, you know. I've got an idea of how far I could go without, you know, losing a lot of grunt. But I don't want to shoot for a number that's so far that, you know, I can overshoot it and kill the saw and it ends up being a screamer with no grunt. We want it to rev high, but we also want grunt as well, if that makes any sense. But I'll ponder on it here tonight, come up the game plan on it. I've got an idea of where I want to go. We'll just have to see. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Not a long video, but thought I'd take you guys along with me, and I would have shown doing the port timing all on camera, but gosh guys, there's 1,000 videos out on that. It's boring as shit. The numbers I see here looking at it and the numbers you see on that wheel probably be two totally different things. So you'll just have to take my word on it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a good day.